Now let's bring in Tom Homan. Tom, we just heard about people leaving the police force in many different parts of the country. What about people leaving the Border Patrol because of a vaccine mandate?
Actually, I just talked to a special agent day before yesterday, and he's a part of a group that's writing letters, and there's going to be several hundred ICE agents that will leave. And there are probably over 1,000 Border Patrol agents that will leave. And the insulting part about this, Stuart, is the Border Patrol's down there dealing with this crisis in Del Rio and Rio Grande Valley. They're arresting thousands a day, who the White House isn't requiring any vaccinations. But the men and women who arrest them wearing the green uniforms, they either get vaccinated or lose their jobs. This is just hypocrisy at the highest level.
A new caravan, we're told it's 15, maybe 20,000 migrants heading to our border. What are we going to do when they get here?
Well, if Secretary Mayorkas has his way, he's going to release them into the United States. Look, remember, he stood there on the podium when he was down in Del Rio saying, if you come, you will fail, you will be removed, you will not succeed. Well, Chris Wallace interviewed him Sunday. He finally admitted at least 15,000 succeeded. They're released into the United States. That's your end game. Their end game is being released in the United States. So this caravan comes, more will be released in the United States. And out of that 15,000 that Secretary Mayorkas allowed into the country, 0 were tested for COVID.
Mayorkas has also just said that about 20% of those coming into the country are sick. He didn't define sickness. He didn't say it's COVID or whatever, but 20% are sick. And we've got to deal with that. We've got to pay for that. And we're distributing them around all over our country. This is really a crisis, isn't it? I mean, we've got to the point where the border is flat out open. Anybody and everybody is coming right across and we have to pay. Nothing's being done.
It's a humanitarian crisis. It's an immigration crisis. It's a public safety crisis because Border Patrol's arrested over 8,000 criminals, including 49 convicted of homicide. If they arrested 49 homicide convicted, how many didn't get arrested in that 350,000 gotaways? So it's a public safety crisis. It's a public health crisis because of COVID. It's a public health crisis because 98,000 fentanyl overdose, and DEA says 95% of that fentanyl comes across the southwest border. And it's a national security crisis, as Rodney Scott, the chief Border Patrol, just wrote a letter asking him to have a Senate hearing to talk about those who are on the FBI terrorist watch list that came across that border. They've arrested 11. How many of that 350,000? We're on the terrorist watch list. We don't know, but we're going to find out someday, and it's going to be a tragedy.
But there's just no end game in sight, is there? There is absolutely nothing being done about a totally open border. Last word to you, but I just don't see anything being done.
No, this is an incompetence. This isn't mismanagement. This is by design. Joe Biden ran on open borders. He signed executive orders keeping open borders there. This is an endgame. These are future Democratic voters, and they care more about their political power than the safety and security of this nation. The only thing that's going to fix this is returning to the Trump policies.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you very much indeed. Tom Homan, you, sir, are all right. Now, best wishes to you. All right.
2024, we'll give it back.
Okay. All right. Before we move, I've got another vaccine.